going on, guys? I'm back with another video. As you guys could read from the title, I'm going to be revealing a new car that I may or may have not mentioned in the last video. Honestly, I really don't remember. My memory is kind of blank at the moment on whether I even mentioned it or not. I know I definitely mentioned a new car, but I don't know if I even told you guys what it was. But, you know, whatever. If you guys don't or don't know, this is my new 2008 Volkswagen R32. All-wheel drive. All the R models are all-wheel drive, if you guys don't know that already. This little track right here is the Newburgh. If I'm not saying it correctly, I think I am Newburgh track. That's there if you guys are wondering what that is, because I was curious too when I first got the car, and I was like, oh shit, that is a track. Okay, so now that you guys seen the little kind of quick montage, I guess you guys could call it, here it is. It's the 2008 R32. You know, it's got its kinks. If you guys may or may not know, the R32 platform and just the Mark 5 platform in general, there's obviously some things that have carried on to the Mark 6, but you know, not everything. Most of the faults on the Mark 5 has been fixed on the Mark 6s. So pretty much the Mark 5 has it all. Has all the problems that, not particularly in the engine wise, but just on, you know, panels and body, and it's really just cosmetic stuff. Engine is probably the most reliable engine, personally, in my opinion. You guys could, you know, put your opinion down in the comments section. But yeah, this is it. So it's got the VR6, the 3.2 liter. So it's got, you know, it's got an intake already. It's by AFE Power, if you guys can see that. Now, I've had this car for a little over a month now. I've been hiding it because I've been just getting stuff prepared and ready. So I am gonna go over the car's kinks, because there's obviously a few, and for the price I got this car at, it was pretty reasonable for what, you know, has to get done. And I've already started doing stuff on my own, which I'll go over. And yeah, this car is a project car. I just want to let that be known right now. So, you know, I obviously brought it for that reason, and it's going to be a really fun build, and I'm excited to, you know, keep posting stuff, and just, you know, recording the car's progress throughout the months, and, you know, see where it ends up in a few months from now. So it'll be a really good build, I think so. Now I'm gonna go over the first thing that's obviously stands out the most, just because it's just right there, as you guys can see. This is a Mark 5 GTI bumper. Last owner, he kind of plowed over a raccoon, and the OEM bumper kind of got just disgruntled because of the raccoon. So he ended up just slapping on a GTI bumper, because if you guys have looked up before, R32 bumpers are expensive. I'm talking about up to like $1,000. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure just around that much, plus repainting them and getting it paint matched. You know, I think that's at least about $1,200-$1,400 just on that part alone. So he did end up going with just this, just to have something on the cars, just so it wouldn't look weird. And yeah, also rust going into the inside. It's got rock over there, if you guys can see in that crack. So there's gonna be some body work that needs to get done. Paint masking, of course, a lot of paint, honestly. There's a little dent right there, which I think you could get that out. It's not too bad. That'll be easy. You know, that'll be when the car gets fully repainted after everything's at its finest. What else? Got more rust right under there. And got a little paint chipping right here. You guys can see that. The fenders, it's a known common issue. It's kind of rusting a bit right there. The paint's chipping, as you guys can see right there. And down here as well. Last owner did roll the fenders. I couldn't tell you why he did it. I think I would have never done that, honestly. This car is very, very, very rare. In my opinion, you guys could, you know, may say different, but I believe this car will grow as a collectible car. I mean, it already is. People, you know, still buy these cars and, you know, keep them in immaculate condition. But I think it's going to be a collector's car in a few years. So that's just where my head's at the moment. But yeah, he did roll the fenders, both sides. You know, it's not crazy noticeable. I don't really like him that much, but honestly, he kind of grows a bit. You know, kind of gives the car some character, I guess. But we'll be trying to unroll the fenders, and hopefully, you know, it kind of fixes and it goes back to how it's supposed to be. But we'll see, I guess. You guys can kind of see that right there. And side skirts. Side skirts are also another thing that's got to get replaced. There's some more kind of bubble going on there with the paint, so that's gonna have to get sanded down and, you know, all that other stuff. It is, I think it looks like it's starting to rust here a bit. Hopefully it shouldn't be too big of an issue. Just try to figure out a way to unrust that. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Wheels are obviously not in the greatest condition. You know, especially this one. This one's, I think, is the worst out of all. The other ones aren't too bad, actually. You know, they look pretty decent. They're in decent shape for what they are. Yeah, not too bad. It's just literally the right front. That's pretty bad right now. But besides that, I mean, that's really everything that's got to get replaced. You know, like I said, guys, it's all cosmetics. Forgot to show you guys this fender here. It is starting to chip paint, but it isn't as bad as the the driver's side. But yeah, I want to change up the intake that's here. I'm thinking about putting a Forge intake. It looks like OEM Plus, which I really love about it. It just goes right into the OEM intake kind of section right here. Also, another thing is the washer fluid reservoir. It's a little crack right here, if you guys can see that. So that's got to be replaced. I mean, it still works, it functions. There's you know, there's a washer fluid, but you know, it doesn't fill up completely just because of that crack. But no, besides that, it's everything. You know, not much going on. It's really just cosmetic stuff, really. That's really all this car needs. You know, it's in immaculate condition, like I said. You know, it's great. It really is great. Oh yeah, common thing, which you guys probably was expecting, headliner. Last owner put some bits into the top just to keep it up so it wouldn't block his view while driving, which, you know, I guess is good for now. but that'll get replaced. I'm thinking about putting suede headliner in, because I've seen that on a Mark IV actually. My friend's uncle has a Mark IV, and I've seen pictures of it. It looks amazing. So I think that's what I will do. And yeah, this is it. Exhaust, it's got no mufflers or resonators, so it is loud. Last owner liked it. Very, very loud, and it is loud when I drive it, but you know, I love it. But I think I'm gonna tone it down a bit and go for something just a tiny bit quiet. You know, nothing too quiet, but just enough so it is loud and, you know, you can hear it pretty well. The flaps are off as well. It looks like they cut the wire completely, so they pretty much welded the flaps off, and then, or not welded, but, you know, they did something. I don't know too much about how the OEM exhaust was, but they pretty much did that. So, you know, we'll try to figure out. Might try to do like an ECS tuning exhaust or something like that. I don't know. Catback exhaust, something to give it a really nice, you know, sound, but, you know, also nothing too crazy. And yeah, the exhaust is, I don't know if you guys can see, but the exhaust is kind of angled a bit. It's not sitting flush exactly. It's not too noticeable, honestly, but it kind of bothers me every now and then. Especially when taking pictures, I kind of have to get the camera at an angle so at least it looks even. So if you guys ever see any pictures of the car, that's why. Yeah, and speaking of, follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna have a link. I'm gonna have 2 links to 2 Instagrams. It's my main page and then the car page. Oh yeah, another thing I didn't know but forgot to mention was that this car does have underglow. Why it has underglow, I don't know. Would I put underglow on the car? No, not really. It looks cool, but it's not really my cup of tea at all. So you get to kind of see, I don't know if, just trying to get under here, if you guys see that underglow sticking out on the right side, yeah, the 3M tape kind of, I guess, just fell off and it wasn't sticking as much, so it's kind of sticking out. It's also sticking out on the driver's side there on the bottom a bit. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that all out. I don't know where exactly you put. You know, it's obviously all around the car, but I'm definitely gonna get that all off at some point. And besides the cosmetic stuff, I'm gonna completely redo the bottom end. I want this car to drive smooth as hell. New bearings, wheel bearings, everything. So the car is gonna drive like it just came out of the dealership, pretty much. Like it was back in 2008, pretty much. That's pretty much what my whole theme is for this car. You know, and my cup of tea is OEM Plus all the way. So that's literally what I'm gonna be doing. It's just OEM Plus everything. And yeah, I have faith in this car. I'm really excited to have this build going. And I do have another car coming in, guys. I'm not gonna tell what it is, but if you guys watched my other videos before, you guys may or may not know that I'd be picking up another car later this month. I'm not gonna say anything yet, but I will be having a video out when I pick up the car. And it might be a road trip, I'm not sure. Guess we'll find out. And yeah, stay tuned, guys.